Hey guys, it is Nathan. I'm going to do I've decided to do a series. Recently, most of the content that I've been putting out has been about building like MVPs and just some other like sort of little things. But now it's time to like move on to the sort of growth stage of building the company. So this is like the part that I'm like most interested in and like doing. So I've actually written out like a 100-day growth hacking strategy. It's also on like the growthhacking.io guides for anyone who's subscribed. Like you can find it in there, and it's got all like the instructions and everything on what's being done each day. So to start off with, on day one, I've been working on setting up like analytics and tracking. So it's very important to get this all set up from day one, because it means after you've put in all the effort of actually getting traffic, in like 30 days, we can go and analyze the data and make improvements going forward. So in order to do this, we're using a tool called Segment. If anyone doesn't know Segment, it allows you to just sync your data over to like loads of different platforms. So rather than needing to do a lot of different API integrations, you just integrate the Segment API. And we can use, like, for example, our website or like our Stripe account as a source. So we're tracking various different clicks. If someone views the checkout page, which checkout page they view, if they complete the checkout, and that data is then being sent over to various different analytics tools. So it also means that you can switch very quickly between multiple tools. Like you can try out a lot of different tools. So if anyone knows like Mixpanel and Amplitude, they do pretty much the same thing. And rather than needing to reintegrate all over again, we're just able to like flick a switch and instantly we have everything tracked automatically. So that's pretty cool. So at first we were using Amplitude, and then we decided to move over to Mixpanel, so that can actually be deleted. And so this is what I've set up today. So we've got Google Analytics, we've got Hotjar, really cool company that I used to work for, and they allow you to do like website visitor tracking, Intercom for live chat and for email sequences. These two we're not using. Google Ads, I've set up conversion tracking, and I will also set up remarketing actually. This is just a database, and we've also got Mixpanel. So I've also actually set up, that is a point, do they support Optimize? No, requested. Okay, so just to go through each of the tools that we've set up today. So if anyone doesn't know Google Optimize, it is an A/B testing platform. It's my sort of go-to tool. There are a number of other alternatives out there. Optimizely, Unbounce, A/B Tasty, and like a few other ones. However, I believe they're all paid. I know they're all like at least freemium. But yeah, like I just like Google Optimize. It's really simple. It plugs straight into Google Analytics. Like some of the other tools, like they may be worth you exploring as well. You're more than welcome to. But I like bootstrap all of my companies to force myself to be very resourceful, particularly like in the early stages, like 100%. So yeah, so we've installed this. This will allow me to run some A/B tests. And the reason I know that I need to run some A/B tests is because due to the feedback that we get from Mixpanel about what is happening within our application, we know that our conversion rate isn't great. So we're getting about a 1% conversion rate, and really we want to be at like 2% conversion rate is like fairly standard. So there are like a number of different ways that we can do it. So what I've actually been doing today is I've been using this tool by Airtable. So this is now, I'm using it as like a Kanban board of like to-do list. And let me just show you this. Like here, we can actually clip something from here, and we can like take a screenshot of something, and we can just say like, you know, change this text up here. So it means that text needs to be like improved, basically, because it's yeah, it's not great. So and then it will automatically sync it over. Currently it's uncategorized, but you'll see like this has been posted here, the text has been done, and it will load the image now. So it's just a really easy way for me to quickly extract things from my website and add into the to-do list, so a nice little workflow. And I'm actually taking like a new approach, so I'm going to keep everything together today. Like rather than using like multiple different bases, I'm actually just going to have like a centralized base for tracking everything. These are my ideas for conversion rate optimization, just for getting started. Like there are a few immediate user experience issues that I've come across that are going to be like killing conversions. So yeah, absolutely. So that's very interesting. Just following on from my video yesterday, I previously had a mortgage application accepted. I said that Georgia as a country will actually give a mortgage to foreigners, and they offered me a 5-year mortgage, a 5-year loan. They wanted a 40% deposit, which is quite high, and the terms were 4% per year, which is also quite high compared to the UK. However, the fact that they're open to lending to foreigners is very interesting. And I've also just found out, thanks to a friend of mine, and my personal banker has just confirmed it, if you have a business account in Georgia and your revenue and your income is coming from Georgia, oh my God, my personal banker is a bit of a, they've now told me that the deposit is 30% rather than 40%. I mean, she didn't bother telling me. Okay, sorry, that's completely off topic, but just interesting for anyone out there who wants an easy way to like pick up a property abroad. Georgia, the house pricing is actually rising, and it you can just whack it on Airbnb. Georgia also has a very low coronavirus rate, so that may have like some interesting results in the future for Georgia. Anyway, back to marketing. So I noticed, like, for example, here there's like a login button that's not functional. We haven't even got a login dashboard, so that's pointless being there. We may as well make that a sign up now button, or like a buy now button that links down here. Also, the pages in our footer are not valid, so I'm actually going to sort that out today. This isn't linked to anything. So these are just like things that I've been working on today, just been like playing around with a little bit of code. Yeah, and so like once that is done, what else have we done? Like Hotjar. If people don't know what Hotjar does, I'll just walk you through it very quickly. So Hotjar, I recommend like everyone uses on their website. Like I said, I did used to work there, so I'm not like shamelessly promoting them. Like they are genuinely a great tool, really good tool. So here, like, let me just show you how easy this is. This has recorded a visitor in Switzerland. I think I know who this is actually, going through our website. If I just drag this over. So I've got that on skip pauses and it's playing very fast. So here we can see he was on the website for 3 minutes, and we can basically see like exactly what he was doing. So he wasn't active here. We can go over to the end. He's exploring our pricing, reading this section, trying to click links. So this is what I mean about our sort of user experience isn't quite there. So, and also this is appearing in black. I thought that was just me locally, but apparently it is not. So that needs fixing. When someone is trying to click on our links, they need fixing. So this is just a really easy way, like, of it. I've got all these user experience issues noted down already. And like, because I know of them, because I haven't built them. However, when you actually get into like building out your app even further, it becomes more important to go through and watch this, because you might think that you have a perfect user experience. However, going through and seeing these just little things that have even been missed out, it can be the most simple thing, like watching a user go from like start to finish process of signing up with your application. This is all just like really important. I try and go through this about once per week. I haven't got a good habit of doing it, I would admit, but at least like once per month you should be going through and checking this. So yeah, aside from that, what else have we set up? Like, so tomorrow we'll actually be setting up like our growth and everything that we're doing there. Segment, you can get a $25,000 for free in the first year if you sign up for their startup plan. Like pretty much anyone can get approved, so just go, any early stage company, so just go ahead and do that, and it is really good for tracking everything. And now we have our data being sent over into Mixpanel, so what we can do is we can actually run like comparisons, and like you can filter down by like so much stuff. So that is why the first thing that we've been doing today is setting this up. And now that we have all of our data and tracking in place, now we're going to start actually pushing some traffic to the website and working on on actually growing the business. I'll just show you like where we're at currently. So we started off with we have like a lifetime deal, and we have a few plans that we're currently just testing pricing on, essentially. And I think we've sold probably about £2,000 worth of. So I'm going to be like completely open with everything on this business as well, so you can see how it grows. Okay, yeah, £2,300 net volume, 2,000. I think we had a few refunds because I made some transactions on my own card by mistake. Can't go in there, sorry. And then, but if we go into customers or billing, I'm trying to get up the details without giving away any personal information. So churn rate, that's actually is completely false, because it was me making up subscriptions and then having to cancel and refund them. But anyway, so like monthly recurring revenue is currently at like £300. I think that's about $400 or something. And we've got now like some money in the bank for us to play around with that is just going to be reinvested straight back into marketing and ads. So this is like a good position to have yourself in. Like you're not desperately like you're not desperate for money. You've got money there, and you're able to like start playing around with growing the business. So now it's just a case of us actually getting some customers. I'm not going to be making like anything worth recording this evening. I'm just going to be fixing these issues. If you are interested in what they are, is rewriting website copy, fixing buttons, fixing logos, fixing footer text, making navigation links clickable, fixing the favicon. I never actually learned how to pronounce that. Making the watch demo button functional, and just changing the text up here. So just like some basic things, nothing really worth like recording anything on, but it will help with conversion rate for sure. So I'll record this like every day. I'll probably take like 1 day off per week. I've been working 7 days per week for the past like 6 weeks, and it's getting a little bit too much. So like you can expect a video probably like every day of me like documenting everything that I'm doing. I'm happy to live stream it as well if people want to like tune in for that and have something to watch during the day. Live streaming I find a little bit funny because I quite like listening to music, and so but I guess I can like live stream and give like a running commentary of sort of what we're doing. But I just thought this would be really interesting to share. So the goal is to get this business to $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue within 90 days. So I think that's a very reasonable goal. I've almost got a business like $100,000 in 90 days before. However, on this business I'll just be spending probably like 3 or 4 hours per day on it, because I have my other companies as well. So we'll get this to $10,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue, and then it will be in like a really stable position sort of going forward. So I'll document that from start to finish. Like you're welcome to follow along, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you look forward to following along. If you have any like questions or anything like that, as always, feel free to leave a comment. I can link to all of the tools that I'm currently using if you want to follow this setup. So one other thing I have installed Notifier to do an exit intent survey, which I've actually submitted already. So if we come over here, local storage cookies. So I added Notifier, and here's an exit intent survey, and this is also going to help with conversion rate optimization. Like someone can enter their feedback on different tools, and like if they're not happy with something, if they need more information, and that is automatically going to be synced over to Airtable with all the information that we need, and then we can start to perform some analysis. We can group based on the response, and it will tell us exactly what percentage voted for what, and we can do some further analysis there. So that's just a pretty basic but very powerful way of increasing conversion rates. It's one of my favorite tools. Yeah, awesome. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. I will pick things up tomorrow, where we're going to get started with like some I think we can actually do some answering some Quora questions, and I'll start with setting up like some LinkedIn outreach. This 100-day process is going to be covering everything from like pretty much everything that I do. If there's some really black hat stuff, unfortunately I can't record it and put it out in a public domain, but let's see. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and any questions, leave a comment, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.